everybody, welcome to my blog .stampwithelaine.com and welcome to November's Fall Fridays, a short series with an autumnal theme. This Friday we are looking at the Vintage Leaves bundle. It comes with a stamp set and the leaflets framelits dies. This is the card we're making today. But instead of the white corrugated paper, I'm going to be using the craft coloured one. We will also be using the Acorny thank you stamp and punch. The craft and white corrugated paper, it comes in a pack with 4 sheets and they measure 12 by 12. The cardstock we're using is rich raspberry. You can get this in the Into the Woods cardstock pack. There are 24 sheets in a pack and 3 colours in a pack, 8 each of Old Olive, Rich Raspberry and Soft Suede. The inks we are using today are Rich Raspberry, Soft Suede, Daffodil Delight and Old Olive. We'll also need some sponge daubers. I've got mine all in this box here. Haunting designer washi tape. I'm going to be using this one. Into the Woods Elements, gold cording trim, and my fine tip glue pen, and the Big Shot with the magnetic platform. This card base is in Rich Raspberry and it's just an A4 sheet that has been cut in half and folded in half. But because I wasn't cutting it down, I didn't want any wastage. It does mean that when you're cutting the layers, there's all sorts of funny measurements in it. So, in inches, in imperial, this is 3 3/15 of an inch, and across it's 5 9/16 of an inch. In centimetres, that's a little bit easier. That's 10.1 centimetres by 14.2 centimetres. To start with, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of snail in the corners because I don't want my cardstock to move. And if you just put it on your clothes so that it loses some of its stickiness, then it will be repositionable. So with the leaflets framelits, I'm going to be using this rather large, it looks like a maple leaf, and I'm going to place it on my corrugated cardstock. Now unfortunately when you run it through the Big Shot, it is going to flatten the corrugated cardstock a little bit. Unfortunately my plate has bowed a bit and I'm worried that I might jump, so I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive, washi tape on my die just to keep it in place. Place the top cutting plate on top and then I'm ready to run it through the Big Shot. So I want to cut through both layers. Carefully remove that and hopefully it's cut through both layers, and it has. Now I'll take a piece of Whisper White cardstock for my insert. This has been cut at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. In centimetres, that's 14 centimetres by 9.6 centimetres. First I need to glue my insert down, which is unusual because you do that last after you finish stamping, but I need this to be secure because I'm stamping through the aperture. Leave an even border all round. Close up my card again and take a pencil and just trace round the edges of the flower. You don't need to do it all the way around, but just the key points so that you know where to place your stamp. I want to stamp this leaf here, and because it's photopolymer I've got my foam pad underneath, and because I want a mottled look for my leaf I'm going to use my sponge daubers to add the ink on. So start with the lightest colour first. Then the green, old olive. Followed by the rich raspberry. I think maybe I'll have a bit more green. Then huff on it. I've got this bit here. Huff on it. And then find the pencil lines where you drew on before and stamp. Take your Acorn builder punch, punch 2, because when you open the card you will see the back of the other acorn, so it's best to punch 2 and then cover the back of this so it doesn't look so, it looks more finished. So now we want to stamp, and I think I'll use the spotty one this time. And then soft suede for the nut. Glue it on and pop it on the acorn. Then I'll take a length of the gold cord trim and loop it and tie a knot. And it just makes it easier to tie around the stem of this acorn. So I've put a bit of glue on and then stuck it down there and stuck it to the back. Next I want to stamp my greeting, and I think I'll use thankful this time. Now there is a thinlet die that can cut this out, but it's just as easy for me to cut it out by hand, so I'll do that. Get some dimensionals and pop that on the back, and I'll pop it along there. I'll take a bit of washi tape and pop it along the top here. Into the wood elements, there are 3 designs. There's this banner here, an acorn and a leaf. Now I used a leaf on this one. I think I might use the banner on this. What do you think? Maybe an acorn, another acorn. Just a bit of glue on there. Press it down for a little bit, wait for it to dry and bond. So there's the cards finished. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial and will be inspired to make some of your own. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.